What's up, guys? Arkham Knight 84 here. Today, we're here to talk to you about Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Now, for some reason, if you're seeing this video first and not the filming location of this film, because I do live in the South Alabama area, so I went and shot some footage what it looks like today. So, after you get done watching this, please go check those videos out and see what you think. There may be some minor spoilers in here. Um, it's not going to be that very in depth, but just in case. But if I do, I'll put it in the titles and make sure I don't spoil it for anybody. But if you're here watching this video, then 95% sure you've seen this. So, but still, gotta do that. This movie stars Lara Park Lincoln, Susan Blue, Terry Kaiser. Who was the other one? I'm forgetting somebody, but anyway, this is the beginning of the Kane Hodder era, and this is usually a fan favorite, especially Kane Hodder fans, and I can definitely see why. It's, in my opinion, it's a lot of fun. Some people claim, and there are some people that think this movie is either dumb because of the telekinetic powers, or just I don't see why, but I've heard some complaints that this movie has a depressing atmosphere. I never understood that, but I always thought this movie has an awesome atmosphere. Not only do you have Kane Hodder stepping into the role and blowing it out of the park, in my opinion, with his performance as Jason. I'll get into that in a second. It has fun characters. I think there are some memorable kills. Of course, the sleeping bag against the tree, which happens to be Kane Hodder's favorite kill. Jason in this movie looks a lot better. In my last review, I was talking about Friday the 13th Part 6, where I like the makeup and the mask, but I hate the clothes. It's not that, it's just, it looked too clean. I mean, in that one, he was in the grave for how many years? He had cobwebs and maggots. It should have been, I just wanted him to look a little bit more gross, or just a little ripped up, just rotted, you know what I mean? This movie fixes it, and by far, I think this is the best looking Jason. I have another one that's probably going to be a little controversial, but we'll wait till we get there. But this is my favorite looking Jason. Kane Hodder is my favorite Jason. And, I want to touch on this just a little bit. I've never understood why people, at the time where people said you can tell Kane Hodder's Jason compared to the other Jasons. I never understood that. I just I don't see it. I just watched these so many times. I didn't really go study the other guys that played Jason. To me, Kane Hodder was Jason. And after putting down the Kane Hodder videos for a while and going back and watching the original ones and just really studying what Richard Brooker did, Steve Dash, Ted White, Tom Morga, CJ, and then I come back to Kane Hodder, you really notice a difference. Yeah, he breathes heavy and all that kind of stuff, but he's just something about the way he moves his head. I'm not talking about where his head moves and the body follows like everybody says, but when he turns his head, it's like really lightning quick. It's just really almost creepy and eerie, but I don't know. I can just tell. I can see the menacing that people talk about now. So yeah, Kane Hodder. To me, he's the best Jason. So, but moving on. I guess the little brief plot synopsis. I know I'm kind of going all over the place with this. Let's see. It takes place, of course, right after Part 6. When we last left Jason, he was under the lake, chained to a rock, and the campground is no longer there. Now it's summer houses. And his body's just still down at the bottom of the lakes. Nobody went to go retrieve the body. No law enforcement. And the movie focuses on a girl named Tina. Well, in this scene, it's a flashback, or I guess it's considered a flashback, where she witnesses her parents fighting, and she's upset. She goes in the lake on a boat to get away from it all. The father realizes that she's taken off with a boat. They rush out there to keep her from getting hurt. And the daughter just has just evil, ill will towards her father, just angry that he's hit her mother, and wishes ill will, death on him. And she gets her wish. I can only assume, I never really paid that much attention the conversation with the parents are fighting about, but I'm only guessing that that's the first time ever that she discovers her telekinetic powers, and it stirs the lake and makes the sturdy pier become unstable, and he falls into the lake, and nobody retrieves his body. He's gone in the abyss. And she wakes up, and she's all grown up. Really quick, we find out she's been in an institution, and she's going back to the place where their doctor and mother to hopefully get some answers or help her get over her father's death, what have you. That the doctor is supposed to make them believe that he's there to help her, but really he's just planning to exploit her so he can get famous. Meanwhile, across the street is a bunch of party animals waiting. One character named Michael, which is played by Bill Butler, to celebrate his birthday party. And there's a little romantic interest with a guy named Nick, I think. And going back to across the house, Tina is upset with the doctor about something, and she runs outside. And for some reason, she thinks she's going to try to resurrect her father. I don't know how she's going to be able to do that with telekinetic. I didn't know they can revive people. And she stirs up the lake, and Jason breaks free, and mayhem ensues. Now, a lot of people have a problem with that scene. They think, now this is just how I see it. They think this is stupid because everybody thinks that Tina resurrected Jason with her powers. I never took it as that's what happened. Because in the last one you saw at the very end before the credits rolled, his eyes were wide open, he was moving his hands, so he wasn't dead. So I guess he was just sleeping and being a sad panda. And Tina stirs up the lake and breaks the chains, and he's just like, hell the fuck yeah, and kills people. That's how I always took it, and I need to break this up into a second part, so come back for my other one. Be right back, guys.